Hello and welcome to Tune Thoughts, a place where I, Harsh Thakkar, shall analyze Indian songs for you all. In this episode, I shall analyze and break down What's Your Temperature by Memba. This song is sung by Jeena and Memba, while the lyrics are written by Memba. We often neglect the depth that a popular song can offer. What's Your Temperature is a groovy and dance-worthy song that represents a very grave idea. The song talks about the situation that had arisen because of the coronavirus. There are two voices in the song. One is a soul female voice and the other is the chorus. The soul female voice represents the conscience of any considerate human being. The chorus represents the society. The first stanza goes as follows. This is bigger than us. Count them up. We gotta think of all the other people. Hoping is never enough. The song starts with a foreign voice that mumbles something. The voice is rough and unclear. Then there is minimal music that builds up and a voice comes out loud and clear. It is the voice of the conscience. It tells us the intensity and the severity of what is happening around us. She remarks that hoping alone is not enough. We need to act, and we need to act now. As David J. Schwartz says, hope is a start, but hope needs action to win victories. The solution lies in tackling it with actions. The idea of being selfish and leaving others is not going to help anyone. Finally, it is going to come back to us and haunt us for life like ghosts. Then the next stanza starts. We deny the ones that came after us. They were left behind. Guess who gave them up? The clouds of ignorance burst into a rain of guilt that is symbolized in this paragraph. We denied the people who are not so well to do. We denied the ones that were not as privileged as we are. We excluded them. We could help them, but we chose not to. This is a slap on our face and it haunts the brain like a ghost. Just as the lyrics stop here, the music takes over. We hear a gradual build-up in the form of percussion, which is starting to play, and electronic music fades in very slowly. It builds up to a point, and then there's a voice. The voice repeats. Guess who gave them up? Then the music drops. It releases the tension that had built up, and we hear a childlike voice that says, is there any cure? The cure here is not the cure for coronavirus. It is the cure that heals humanity and instills a sense of community in us. It is the feeling that makes us want to help others. It is the cure to encourage everyone to help and be there for each other. We eventually found a cure for coronavirus. But what about this? What about the cure that would encourage humanity in each of us? As Mahatma Gandhi said, the greatness of human being is not in being human, but in being humane. Just as the voice completes singing this, the music reaches the peak. It is very overpowering. It has a strong sense of urgency and it feels like it's encountering you from all the directions. See how the music creates a tension so well and then releases it suddenly. It is as if the conscious has started spraying guilt on the normal functioning of the brain. And just as the rhythmic beats continue to go on, we hear a melodic flute playing in the background. The flute here is very important as it sets out a very sweet sounding tone. Actually, this tone is full of sadness and exclusion. There is also a mystery and a sense of tension in that. Do note that the flute notes perfectly sync with the drum beats and add to the encounter of the excluded. And the next verse goes as follows. This is bigger than us. Listen up. Can't you see the 6 feet between us? Still stand together as one. Although there is social distancing that needs to be maintained, we should not let ourselves be emotionally distant with people. This is exactly what is happening. The physical distance has created an emotional distance that has led to the exclusion of the people. Then there is another paragraph. We denied the ones that came after us. They were left behind. Guess who gave them up? This is accompanied by intense vocalizing, and there is introduction of pulse that are synthesizing. The pulse and the music feel as if it's an eruption of thoughts, and it's in a very rhythmic way. It is like bombardment of thoughts. It is as if a machine gun is shooting on our conscience. This sound is shrill. It is shrill as if it's pricking our conscience and it's pricking our guilt. It goes on a rhythmic fashion along with the percussion, and we again feel an encounter. Before we risk our lives here, I see you standing out there. But I gotta ask you, what's your temperature? Then we hear the chorus singing, you can't come in, you stay outside. You can't come in, you stay outside. This last paragraph is the reminder of what would happen if we continue to behave in the same manner. What would happen if we continue excluding everyone? It would exclude everyone, and all there would be left would be small groups. Small groups of people who hardly know each other, and eventually no one would be left. People would be treating others like an encounter of the hunt and bombard them with hurtful comments. It is the ghost of fear that would haunt us forever. It is the guilt that would kill us every day before we finally die. This can be prevented and stopped only if we ask ourselves, what's your temperature? And we make sure that everyone around us feel the warmth and the assurance that they are not alone in the world, and if help is needed, someone would give them the help they need. That was the analysis of What's Your Temperature. I hope you liked it. Do follow me for more such interesting analysis. You can also send me your thoughts and feedback at tunethoughts25@gmail.com. The email ID is also available in description. Please find it and do email me. We meet next week with the analysis of Equal Ka Jeena from Kaho Na Pyaar Hain. Until then, take care. Da 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 da.